Welcome to Winnow and the workflow to export from Lightroom and embellish in Winnow in one step. So in Winnow, where'd Winnow go? Here we go. We currently have a template called Bad Boys. It's going to create a final embellished image that fits within 1000 by 1000 pixels. And you should note that this 1000 pixels is the outer dimensions of the final embellished product, which would include the borders. So the image itself will have to be smaller than the 1000 pixels if you have a border like this example Bad Boys does. And also that in the export we've set it up so that this will be a JPEG, and the save method will be the source file that the embellished product is created from is a subfolder, and it's called Bad Boys. So the source folder where embellish is getting the image is going to be the target that we want to export to in Lightroom. Now in Lightroom, before we look at that export process, we need to know where the winnets are located. So this is the winnet. So what a winnet is an executable that is created every time you create a template, an embellished template in Winnow. And this executable tells Winnow what to do with the files that it's receiving. So this is important. So you need to know where this is located. And you can see that in this example, it's located in C:\users, Rory app data, roaming, Winnow, winnets. So you need to sort of memorize that or keep this window to the side. And now we will switch to Lightroom. And in Lightroom now, we need to create an export preset. To look after this operation for ourselves automatically. So in this preset here, we're going to export to a specific folder. And so in this particular example, I'm putting in D:\pictures, and then I'm going to put it in a subfolder called Bad Boys Photo. Now you could put this anywhere you want. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you. We're not going to do any file naming in this particular example, but you could do that if you wanted to. We're going to send it to a JPEG, which quality is 100%. Now, it's up to you whether you want to send it to a JPEG or a TIFF file. The JPEG will have some slight breakdown in quality, but if you're reducing the image in size and you keep your quality at 100%, you probably won't notice it unless you got a blurred background that's pixelating because it's got very delicate hues. So that's something you need to decide for yourself. Now we're going to resize the image when it's being exported from Lightroom, and this is where looking at the size that the final product will be embellished to is significant, because the reduction and resizing algorithms in Lightroom are very good. So we're better off using those to do large changes than using Winnow to do those changes. So here I'm picking the same outer dimensions as the Bad Boys template, although we know the file will be slightly smaller than that. So the final reduction will be done in Winnow. We could probably calculate sort of what the final size would be in Winnow, but as aspect ratios change and so forth, that can be a little bit tricky. So as long as you get close here, that helps. I find doing sharpening during a reduction process helps, but again, that's something you can decide for yourself. And finally, after Lightroom has done all this stuff, it knows where to send this file because it's going to send it to here, Bad Boys Photos and Pictures on the D drive. Then what it's going to do is it needs to open another application. And that other application it's going to open is the Winnow we were looking at earlier. And here's that same folder path to Bad Boys executable. And the final step here now is once we've done all this stuff, we need to add a preset. So let's call this, see if you make sure that you can see the dialog, and we'll call this, actually I will call it Winnow underscore Bad Boys. Okay, so here it is here. And so now what we can do is just click done here. And then what we can do is we can pick an image and then go down to export and Bad Boys, and it's exporting here, and then we'll switch back to Winnow, and here it is. And if we look in the folders here, there's the Bad Boys folder, and here's the image that's already been converted for you. So all in one step, you can go from an image in Lightroom to a final embellished product in Winnow. And from here, you could simply drag this file and drag it into another folder, or drag it onto the internet if you're going to Flickr or something like that. So anyway, that's the workflow that Winnow is designed to do, and you can do the same thing from Photoshop and from other programs. So I hope you're enjoying Winnow, and thanks for watching this video. Take care.